أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Dr. Suzy and I'm excited for us to begin together this first episode of our 30-part series throughout Ramadan in which we tackle resilience, better understanding resilience and better building our mental, emotional, relational, social and spiritual health. So when we talk about the tests and the tribulations and the trials that we face, we know that we will all be tested and that we're all tested in different ways. When we turn to the Quran, we see that Allah Azza wa Jal in Surah Al-Baqarah in verse 155 reminds us by saying that surely we will test you. And the tests that Allah Azza wa Jal describes to us are a test of fear, a test of hunger, a test of loss, a loss of wealth, a loss of life, a loss of fruits. And all of these tests are tests that we are told we will experience in this lifetime. But when we experience these tests, they may impact us in different ways. They may impact our mental health, and we may struggle with anxiety. We may struggle with fear. We may struggle with depression. We may struggle with mental health illnesses that we may hesitate to even talk about or open up about. We also know that with these tests and these trials, we may struggle with our own levels of faith and our connection with Allah Azza wa Jal. And it's so important as we go through these tests and tribulations to first and foremost know that we are not alone. That Allah Azza wa Jal, when we are tested with any test in this dunya, Allah Azza wa Jal provides us also the solution, provides us the remedy, provides us the healing. And together we can journey in understanding how to seek that healing, how to better seek out the resources, the avenues, the help that we know is there for us. So when we look at that concept of the test that we're going to face, and when we look at that verse in particular, we see that that first test is the test of al-khawf, that we will be tested with something of fear. And this fear is something that many of us may have experienced throughout the pandemic, throughout these past years of struggle, whether we did experience financial worry or we experienced worries of health or we experienced loneliness due to social distancing, we recognize that that fear is a part of our lives. And there's no shame in understanding that we've experienced the test and in speaking up about this test that we've experienced. When we talk about building resilience through fear, it's an understanding that resilience allows us to face the problems and the difficulties and the tests that we were promised we will have, to face them without breaking, to face them while bending, and bending in a way where we recognize the heaviness of the burden, but we also remind ourselves that Allah Azza wa Jal promises us, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها, that He will not burden us, and He will not burden any soul with a burden that's greater than that soul can bear. So I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal guides us together through this journey, through the understanding of difficulties and through the understanding of mental health and ways of helping one another through our mental health struggles. Assalamu alaikum.